fun to do in spearmint if you trap a lot or trap coast. You want. There's no magic bullock out there, so there ain't no magic bait. But you'll find some that you really like. It works pretty good for you.
I've heard that fried cracklings.
They used to use that for
Foxes.
They burn them.
Yeah,
they
burn them.
They fry them out and burn them a little bit, and they just throw you can dig a hole and don't put nothing in it, catch fox. So anything will work, but they use that because of what they had.
Yeah.
I had a guy tell me, I asked a guy one time, I said, what do you use in the summertime? He said, you want to use a bait that won't spoil. I said, well, what do you use? He said, pork rind. Go to the daggone store and buy pork rind.
Yeah.
A bag of pork rind like you would eat. And I said, really? He said, they love it. I tried it. Oh, for me.
Cows are pretty acceptable to crumbs off of fried chicken.
I made it 25.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
Dog love it. Anything a dog loves, cow will.
Yep.
Well, the sun would actually strike.
Well, the cracklings, yeah, we cook them out.
Yeah, you cook them down there till they're just rocks,
Dark brown and we save them.
charred.
Yeah, cracklings.
But I made some. We just cut the bellies off of them underneath there, and cut them up and did them. And you got that hair smell too.
Oh, you're talking about for bait?
Yeah, for a trapping bait.
But anyway, I've tried everything in the book through the years. Most of the time, throw it away and discard it. And I bought a lot of lures too, and they just get old away.
You know, that's what Mike Thompson told me one day. Me and John Whitfield was on a ranch, and we caught 1 or 2 coyotes a day for about 5 days, and we didn't catch any for 3 or 4 days. And Mike, what's happened? He said, pack up and leave, come back in 2 weeks. I said, I can't, I'm on a contract. He said, what are you using? I told him, he said, oh, you're using those manufactured baits. He said, stop. Go get you some chicken gizzards, and you and John go to Popeyes or take a fried chicken and bring your bones home. Now, I'm shameless. I went in the trash can. I come back with some bones. The first night, dude, we set 4 traps around the hole, just playing. I had that dog by 3 legs was in 3 traps. The only reason it didn't get number 4 is because the chain wouldn't stretch far enough.
You're doing a lot of trapping. You go by these restaurants where they take the scraps out, pick through them, get the fried chicken, all the other little things like that, and just use them. They're pretty fresh, and they won't. And for a day or two, you got plenty of bait there. It works good.
Yeah, I don't throw it away yet. Roasted chicken.
Oh, I think that's. I call cows on the barbecue.
Yeah.
Just real because it had that smoky smell to it. I just squirted it down in the hole.
Well, you told me one time to take about a half a pint of urine and put a little bit, about a 1/4 jar of that skunk.
Well, yeah, that's just, you weaken it down, and the reason I do that, I like to do it in the squirt bottle.
Yeah.
You take them little bottles, you buy a lure in, and it stinks like crap. You open them 2 or 4 times and dip it a little out, and you can be just as careful as you want to. About a day or two, you're getting it all over.
Yeah.
Then you've got to do something because you're going to mess your traps up.
Yeah.
So why not thin it down a little? My beaver castor, sometimes I'll take some and get some denatured alcohol or some vodka, and I'll put a little castor in that bottle and put that vodka in there, shake it up real good, or 90 proof grain alcohol, and then just squirt it out. Instead of having to get it in the jar. So I do the same thing. I open my beaver castor jar for a while, and I got a mess, and it'll work. But any of that, you don't want to use very much. And probably in that other box that I left with all that stuff I was going to bring.
That denatured alcohol, for example, won't change the smell?
It don't have that feel like rubbing alcohol, but vodka works better because it don't have, or that,
Everclear.
Everclear.
Yes, Pastor, I'm buying this for
Well,
Kelly. Oh, no, I wouldn't drink it.
I've used beaver castor because all animals love beaver. I've used it to catch bobcats a lot of times. Just a little bit in. It really,
John and I have used that a lot on our county farm. And I don't know if it was the skunk stuff that we used or the castor, but I don't think it hurts at all.
No. I'm not, when I trapped in the river swamps, when I a lot of beaver dams when I was catching cats. That's the reason they was around there, because they love, beavers is making them sounds, and they just love it.
Yep.
And I'd catch a beaver and didn't want to mess with him back then, if I didn't catch him, score what I was catching him for. I'd drag him out there and tie him in a bunch of little trees up on the bank. Cat come there and all around and cover him up, and they'd go back and set traps around him, because they love it. And all animals love beaver.
You know,
You can cut one and cut the meat off, and you stand there and feed him till he busted.
I caught a
He'll eat it.
coyote,
Yes, he will.
I caught a coyote with that trap right there with that rooster in it.
Yeah.
There was a trail coming through the woods, so I set that close to the trail, and I set a steel trap, just blind set in that thing right there. That rooster goes to raging sand. Now the coyote, I never said he wouldn't come check it out. I just don't think he'll go in it. I think he came to the trap because of the rooster.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he just unluckily
I've
stepped
seen
in.
one coat get caught in the trap, and it was a big trap, taller than that. It was about that size, but it was tall.
Trapper Jay caught one in the city limits, though. He was in the city.
But normally they wouldn't go in.
Yeah, I was thinking he'd go in. But he come to investigate that rooster. A guy named Junior Lyons told me that. He takes a rooster out in a pen, and he puts a piece of plywood on top of it, so he can't see the other one, and stacks another one on top of it. So they both yakking, trying to find out where each other are, and it attracts a lot of stuff. And he sets 4 or 5 steel traps around it, and he eventually gets
But
it.
now he wasn't kidding about
If you got
that
any
beaver.
more,
Oh, yeah.
questions, we'll move on to something else. Got any questions, anything? A lot of times I can't think of this stuff, because I've done so much of it in my life. If you ask a question, I probably can recall or come up with it. If you some way, maybe.
I guess I had bought a couple of dog proofs. You know, they were telling all about this bait and everything. Well, somebody had had donated us, and I bought some at the auction. And I went out and took it, and it's just like round. And I got looking at my catfish food,
Yeah.
my floating catfish food, and I go,
Dog feed.
Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops.
they're the same. They're just
Well,
extruded.
When we're working on the islands and we caught lots of coon, we use dog proofs and live cat. We put out 75 live cats, 30 dog proofs. And we use nothing but sour corn with flavor it sometimes. So with sour corn, just like
Cherry or
baked
strawberry.
corn, yeah, any of that. Then when I put them dog proofs, I always dug mine down. I just took trial and made a little hole where the hole would be kind of flush to the ground. Then I dropped about 4 or 5 grains of that corn in there. And then 4 or 5 grains every day. Every morning. Same thing, I made the same thing with the live cat. But it's easy, it's clean.
Yeah.
Dip you some out, sprinkle it in there and spread it out. Coon goes there.
Yeah.
Then you don't catch a lot of other stuff, you know. Now, if you got hogs, like we had on the island, you gotta be.
They just really went out of the ground, wouldn't
But it didn't bother them.
he? Yeah.
But something that's not as messy and easy, because you can't get that lure on you, you're gonna stop and wash somewhere, you're gonna have your neck strapped on. Right. Because I don't care how careful you are.
Or you done like this.
You're gonna smell it all day.
Yeah. I smell it, so I can't find it.
Yeah.
I did that.
Well, thank y'all.
I kept smelling.